Welcome to the Energy Hour. The Energy Hour is brought to you by Quality Home Improvement, Southern California's premier residential and commercial contractor, making homes and businesses energy efficient, one building at a time.
Well, hello, America. This is Chris from Osh, your host on the Energy Hour podcast. We are live in Upland, California. TGIF. It's Friday. Yay. We made it, right? This whole year is blown by, Brian.
Pretty much.
It's the 23rd.
Christmas, isn't it? It's Christmas already.
Oh, it is.
It's Christmas already.
Summertime. It feels like it.
Christmas in August.
Christmas in August. Today is the 23rd of August, episode number 75. And I am blessed to be here today with this young, inspiring actress, this person who is in the horror industry as well. I mean, we just like connected. We almost did like monster sounds. It was that crazy, right? Angelique Wiesner.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
How are you, young lady?
I am doing well. How are you?
The aspiring actress. Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
So, I am Angelique. I am 17 and...
She's lying. She's really 35. No, just kidding.
Orphan. Yeah, I was very interested in making little iMovies when I was very young. I think my brother is the one who introduced me to that. And then my dad introduced me to horror movies. With,
you're the one, Dad.
And
high five, brother.
Since then, I've just kind of been, doing it as a hobby, and I kind of look forward to doing it in college. And I would love to continue acting, and if I can't depend on that, I'd love to help work with producing.
Well, you got to be more positive than that. I am going to continue acting. I would love to. No, this is your future. Your future is right at your feet, and it's what you do that guides you. And these old salts, we're going to be bugging the hell out of you. We're going to be saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? I'm going to hook you up with a Mevo so you can do your little takes and stuff like that. They come in MP4 files so you can just upload them to the networks that need to see that face, right?
Very cool.
And to see you acting. You might be sitting on the bed doing your dossier or something like that, and put all those things together. They need to see every side of you, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. So, and the horror stuff. Oh my God. I can't wait to get into a rickety old house, Brian. Remember did you guys go to that house after
we
all?
went to the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, the castle up on Mountain Avenue.
On 25th and Mountain. Yeah.
25th and Mountain.
Yeah.
So how was it, by the way?
It's really cool. It's fully surrounded by like trees and vines.
The scary stuff at night?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Did you see a hangman's noose?
Well, what they did is
I'll bring one.
they chain linked the property.
The perimeter?
And they put axle grease all at the top of the fence.
So you won't climb over.
Yeah.
That's like...
So we got to get a hold of the owner and say, hey,
all we got to do is run them in.
We want to do a set. We just want to be a location.
Oh, that's sick. You know why they did the greasy stuff, but couldn't you hurt yourself if you like, whoop? Who cares, right?
Yeah.
But if you're bleeding a little bit, it's perfect for the scene.
No, they got
right?
Yeah, we can figure that out. We know it. We know where it is. It's there. It's good and spooky.
Set up some lighting.
Good and spooky.
And then that will do it, right?
Absolute set.
Oh,
yeah.
this is going to take the Blair Witch Factory. Blair Witch, did I say factory? Blair Witch to the next level. We're going to be, the Wiesner house.
Angelique's project.
My friends and I have always talked about doing a found footage style horror film, so that would be a perfect place.
That's insane.
As long as we get the permission to use.
Yeah, I'll bring little sound pods and put them in certain places for eerie sounds. That would be a great haunted house. Maybe we just buy it from the guy.
Do you remember our prank when we were camping?
Oh, yeah.
She did a camping prank?
So growing up, we went on a ton of camping trips with close family friends. I mean,
nice.
That was like the majority of vacations we went on. And
nice.
There was one trip, I don't even remember where we were.
Mountains.
Somewhere in the mountains, but it's routine to gather around the campfire at night. And so earlier that day, I just randomly had the idea to set up a speaker in the bushes. Get out of here.
Oh, how cool is that?
So I got my dad in on it, and we recorded a video, we recorded audio of I was doing this really creepy, giggle, and he was doing, I think, a lower
Oh, the
octave
ambient
of-
low
Yeah,
sound.
Can you do it? Can you remember?
I don't think my voice doesn't go that high anymore. But I was doing this really creepy little giggle. I think I was maybe 11 or 12.
Gosh.
And so then night rolls around. We set up the speaker
Up
in
in
the
a tree.
bushes.
Up in a
Oh,
tree.
so nobody can see it. How cool is that?
And I sat there playing it on loop over and over until finally it got silent and people heard this laughter coming from the bushes.
One of the moms, it sounded
They
like
look up, they go, oh.
it sounded like what was behind the bushes, and it sounded like a baby was
Oh,
crying,
no.
So
screaming.
The
gross.
eerie baby sound.
And one of the moms,
Ooh.
as soon as she
Oh, no.
clued in on it, she stood up and ran.
And freaked.
Everybody
Oh yeah,
booked it.
everybody scattered like.
Well, did you get what you wanted?
Oh, it was perfect.
Well,
Nice.
the worst part of all is, so I was playing the audio on my dad's phone, and then I was trying to record a video of their reactions on my phone. So I'm sitting here like I have these two phones trying to make sure nobody notices.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm filming,
difficult.
and then like 20 minutes go by and still nobody heard it until finally one of the brothers is like, "Wait, guys, quiet, quiet, quiet. Do you hear that?" And once that happened, my phone died. So I didn't
What?
even get the footage of them
No.
reacting to the prank.
Oh, after the third beer,
Yeah.
they start hearing stuff. They're like, what's that?
I think that's part of the reason I love like horror and stuff so
Yeah.
much, and just entertaining
The
in general. Is
surprising
I
part of
I
it, right?
feed off of reactions.
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely love like getting a big reaction out of people. I hate being pranked myself, but I am always down to prank other people. I have this.
I dig it, man.
I have this rule in my friend group. Every time we hang out, whoever shows up last, like whoever's the latest, is gonna get pranked at some point.
Oh, cool. You're a prankster.
Yeah.
Who is she, Brian? Is this your kid?
We told her from day one she was an alien that just got dropped off on the front porch. And when she was a little kid and she'd do something, we say,
Yeah.
they do want you back. Remember the video I made?
He had created like
I
some
made
sort
it-
of.
A return label?
Yeah, it was like
I made a video
animated-
with aliens, and they were like,
Get out of here. Oh, how
"We're
cool.
coming to get Angelique back. Please have
Our
her
child."
please have her on the front porch by 8:00 tonight." And she's all, "I don't want to go back. I don't
Oh, no, Dad.
Yeah.
Don't let me go. That is hilarious.
Absolutely.
You guys are just nuts, man. And, I love you guys because you're nuts, number one. You can't take everything seriously.
No, you can't.
If you do, well, I don't follow that rule all the time. So I need to slap myself and get kicked in my forehead, a little sand pushed in my face. But I'm cool after that, right? Life is supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody ever described this to you. You're not supposed to be 18, get out of high school, go to college, and work and be boring for the rest of your life. Hell no. You're supposed to be fun. You notice that everybody who's 7 and under, you can't depress them. Mm-mm. They're undepressable. They're like, huh? They laugh at you, right? And as we get older, we get more saltier, social media and crap and all the other garbage that goes with it. And then we take our mindset off who we really were. So you haven't lost yourself yet. We're not going to let you lose yourself either. We will hunt you down, right? And I'm a scary guy. I will scare the bejesus out of you. Trust me. You'll go,
I believe
been
you.
there, done that. No big deal. I know who that is, right? And your dad will set you up. We'll do a prank on you, right? I bet your dad
Fire
can
on
do
fire.
some great fire
Okay,
with
I'm
fire.
ready.
Hey, do you mind if you give me a second here?
No, go ahead.
I want to get a thing of water, and I want to.
Okay.
I don't see that.
We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, real quick, because this is going to be crazy cool. So just hang out there. Let me come over here.
Okay.
Get my water. Talk amongst yourself.
I think he's
Well,
planning something.
one of the pranks when I tried to hang the dragonfly from your ceiling fan the other day,
Oh,
just because you're
that
afraid
didn't
of
even
bugs.
work.
It would have worked.
So are we like live right now?
Yeah, we're still cooking.
Like,
We're still cooking.
I mean, like,
I'm messing
a live
everything
stream?
up.
You're messing everything up.
Oh,
You know what, Brian? You were right.
Yeah.
I don't got any freaking room.
Well, you could take something down or something. Get rid of Elton John over there or something.
Elton John's
no,
cool.
keep him.
All right. Well, you're out of room then.
I don't know.
You're out of room.
Maybe just give one to her, huh?
Okay.
I'd be honored.
Just give this to you?
What is it?
I don't know. It's one of those things.
Are you serious?
Well, I got one. You got to have one. Come on.
No, are you serious?
No, I just don't have any room. Can you put it somewhere?
Absolutely.
Do you think
Wait,
you can
is that
find
serious?
a spot, Mrs. Horror Movie?
Yeah.
That is so. Thank you. That is sick.
TGIF.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, everybody's got to see this.
You got to
Come on,
explain
you
it. What is it?
Yeah,
Gotta
okay,
see it.
so that is Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Creature of
The
the Black
very
Lagoon.
first horror movie I was introduced to, and I think it's what sparked this weird, sick passion that I have.
Is that what started it?
Yeah, it's. I
Dad.
have a big poster of it in my room, but
Get
I
outta
don't
here.
have a signed
You don't
picture.
have a.
So
You have a poster in your room,
I do.
and you don't have it signed.
I don't.
But now you have.
Now
his,
I do.
His. When did that start? In the like 40s or 50s?
The movie?
Something like that.
Look.
You're gonna have to ask Google or
I got to find out.
Siri or
We got to find
whatever.
out when Clint Eastwood was 19.
Well, you know what? I have.
He was in it.
Well, he's right over there. No, how old do you think Clint Eastwood was right there? Maybe 20s, 30s. Well, look around the corner, Brian. See him right there holding that big gun?
Yeah.
He goes, "Do you feel lucky?" Big 44 Magnum. Wow. Imagine staring down
She hasn't
that
seen
thing.
that one yet. We'll do that.
Oh, yeah. You got to see it.
Yeah, let's.
You
get
got to
back
see
into
it. But
So
yeah,
who is this
Creature
guy?
of the
What's his
Black
name?
Lagoon.
Remember? You know his name?
It's isn't it
Starts with an R.
Roy or
Rio or
Rio.
some. It's some.
Yeah.
I think it's some
It's on the poster.
Spanish
Yeah.
something name.
Yeah,
and
no,
then,
I mean I know I see the
Right?
name every day. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm forgetting.
No pun intended there, young man. But yeah, it's a cool thing. I love the Creature of the Black Lagoon. He's one of the favorite 6. You know, the old monster movies and stuff like that. I happen to
Is it
have him
him?
right here on the
Frankenstein,
front.
maybe?
Frankenstein. I got the Creature of the Black Lagoon, Wolfman.
Is there Invisible
I've got
Man on there?
I've got the Mummy. I've got the Bride of Frankenstein. I've got Frankenstein and Dracula. And there's the Invisible Man. I got them all, baby.
You
Yeah.
have to check out some of the shops in downtown Upland because they are repping all of that.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's,
I'm there.
I
You got
totally recommend,
it,
yeah.
Brian. You got to text me like when you guys are gone and whatever. I'm
What are,
definitely
what are your
I'm
favorite
definitely
ones?
lock
Don't you
the
have a
door.
couple favorites that you
Okay,
go to all the time?
so one I think it's called Stardust Alley. I want to say
Stardust Alley.
I think that's what it's called, but they're all
I like
kind
the
of,
name.
They're all kind of next to each other. So I get there's one called oh my gosh, it's like a funny name. It's the one that's all green and checkered. What is it?
Oh, I like that.
Anyway, they're all right there. You can't go
yeah,
lost.
they're all next to each other, but it has a funny name and I can't remember it. But yeah, they.
In the city of Upland, where
Yeah.
I have a business, there's stuff that I need to see.
They're so you need to see.
Incredible. Or you haven't told
I'm
me.
not
I
being
mean,
paid to
just-
say this.
Really? That's cool. Well, hopefully they'll pay you in the future to say it, right? But that's awesome. That's the stuff. That's the drive. That's the, that's the awe of the rest of this world that we live in that I would prefer. To be honest with you, I wish Halloween was 364 days out of the year.
Absolutely.
But then we had a day to hang out and break, and then we went right back into Halloween. Forget Christmas, Easter. Santa Claus is okay because I have a business that represents Santa Claus, so ho, ho, ho. You know, maybe a couple of days. And then Easter, no, I'm good. Bunny Rabbit's gone. Maybe a bloody bunny rabbit.
I had a nightmare about
Ooh.
the Easter Bunny when I was younger.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did he have a knife in his hand?
He was climbing up a tree and I'm outside. We had all pulled up
The
from
Easter
somewhere.
Bunny.
All my family and everybody gets out of the car and goes in the house, but my legs weren't working. So I was
Oh,
slowly
no.
pulling myself out of the car and I land on the ground and I look up and the Easter Bunny's climbing the
climbing a
tree.
damn
And you know
tree.
how you can never run or scream in your dreams?
Yeah,
so I'm
you
sitting
can't.
here trying to scream, but nothing's coming out. But the Easter Bunny still
Did he
hears
see
that.
you?
So he turned around, yeah, and then
Oh!
the rest was history. I've had many dreams about the big creatures chasing me. I had recurring dreams when I was younger about Bigfoot.
Oh.
And it was the same dream every single night.
Get
he
outta
would
here.
come out of the fireplace in my grandma's house.
Oh, fire.
And I had that same dream for I want to say like 3 or 4 nights.
Wasn't it hairy Santa Claus? It was Bigfoot.
It was Bigfoot. But the thing was, so the way the dream would start is I would be sitting in the living room by the fireplace and there's this big humongous snow globe, and the snow globe has like obviously
no.
snow and trees and then
Yeah.
a little Bigfoot in it. So every time I would try to take the snow globe to look at it, he would come out of the fireplace.
Oh, mine. It's mine.
Exactly. And I had that dream so many nights in a row, but on the final night I had it, he finally caught me.
No.
Like he finally
Oh.
grabbed me. I woke up screaming
In a
and crying.
sweat.
That was the last time I had that dream.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
thing. Thanks, Bigfoot.
God, thanks.
So tell me something. You are into cinematography.
I am.
You are a digital goof like me, right? You haven't
say
did
so.
drones yet, and that's phase 2, Brian.
not yet.
We're going to do all those things. First and foremost, I really, really want to do that house up on a mountain. So don't forget that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm ingraining into our brains as we
Okay.
speak. Got to do something with that. Hopefully we can get a permit or something. Just go up there for a day or two and just get crazy, right?
Just get some real.
A 20-gallon thing of water and like little rain shots or something. Just dumb stuff, right? And maybe some
Yeah.
fog. Yeah, just to kind of get you leering around a corner. Who's over? And little sounds and stuff like that. I got the projections handled, right? I got that part.
Yeah.
So anyways, okay, so we lost connection to Meebo. Really? Meebo, I hate Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, you got a
But
red.
anyways.
You got a red dot. Not a
Yeah, I know. It's just so dumb. Meebo, you suck. But anyways, we're going to go up there and do our thing. We're going to do our thing. And then we're going to get involved with all your cinematography tools. You got to bring them all out, right? We got to bring them all out. Of course, left back, go live. Got to love these things, right? Anyways, cameras are stupid. But anyways, we're going to go up there and we're going to improve or enhance your cinematography experiences. So you're not going to use an iPhone, even though that's okay, right? We're going to give you some cool, 50 megapixel camera per second thing, 8 millimeter, maybe. I think we can go probably, I don't know, what do they call that? 4K. There's 6 and 7 and 8K to get all the really cool shit now, right? So that's what we want to do for you.
So down. I'm so down.
Well,
Count me in.
as an example, so 2 Fridays ago,
Yeah.
so she's working on a babysitter job tonight for the same family.
Really?
So she goes up there, her last job, and how old are the girls? Tell the story.
Okay, so they are 4 and 7, and I don't remember how it started. We were just looking for a fun activity to do, so I decided to introduce them to iMovie because that's what I grew up
What
doing.
is iMovie?
So I think it's like a default app that I think is on all Apple phones,
Okay.
and it's exactly what it sounds like. You can just make your own little movies on it. Sometimes there's templates that you can follow, but you can also just do it like freestyle. That's what my brother introduced me to. Was they have these different trailer templates. So there's this whole catalog of like different genres. It'll be like superhero or mystery or horror or romance.
I love it.
And then you pick it, and then you pick your genre of choice, and then it just tells you what type of shots to put in, and then it'll compile a whole trailer for you. So I wanted to show the girls this because
Seriously?
I thought it could be fun. And they of course ended up picking the horror genre. So I said, okay, let's do it.
How
And
old are these girls again?
4 and 7.
When did you start your
What?
journey?
I want to say 5 or 6. Yeah.
So she's already corrupting the neighborhood.
Wow, you got our feature horror movie
So
producers.
keep going because you did.
What?
So finish the story.
Well, they helped me create the plot for this horror trailer, and it was about a babysitter who goes to babysit the spookiest kids in the neighborhood.
I dig it. The spookiest kids in the
was
neighborhood.
really, really cute.
How cute is that?
They went and
That's awesome.
they dug out all their little like glitter makeup and they put it on because they were trying to make themselves look creepy. They said, "Oh, let's put purple eyeshadow on because it'll look creepy, right?" And it was a blast. It reminded me of exactly how I was when I was their age. So it was really sweet and it was really fun.
You know what? I just love your insight for all these things. And you're corrupting kids. That's a felony in this
Well, that's
state.
what I'm thinking. I said, hey, is their mom cool with you
Luckily,
making
she
a horror
watched
movie?
it and she loved it, and she asked me to send it to her. So that was what I was hoping for.
That's great, man.
never wanted to be
Congratulations.
Thank you.
4 and 5-year-olds?
So we've got a cast.
Wow.
And they live right up the street from the Castle House.
Oh, it's bitchin'.
do,
There
they
we go.
do.
We just need some eerie music.
Yeah.
and some projection effects
and
or something.
Some pale face makeup.
You know, they could be like ghouls or zombies.
Some tattered,
Ooh.
little tattered dresses on them, barefoot.
Oh, I dig it, man.
Put some
Get
mud on
out of
their
here.
face.
That is too freaking funny. Love it. Love it. So anyways, we're going to do that. And seriously, we got to get in that haunted house up there. Got to have it. So whatever you got to do to get it, that would be greatly appreciated. I'll do a little, little recon, little Ben verified, find out who really owns it.
Yeah.
And let's structurally make it great and make it into a haunted house. Hey, $200 a head. We can be rich in like 2 seasons, something like that.
Yeah.
And you can have lifetime filming up there. The Horror Academy by Angelique. I dig it, man.
I just saw my future.
What do you want to do? Where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
I just want to be working on a set. Honestly, truly, I think when you're in the community of like somebody, if you're on a set and you're surrounded by people that are all working towards one thing, it's an environment that's so heartwarming to be in because everybody's so passionate about the same thing. Honestly, it doesn't matter what I do. So I could be just handing equipment to people. I just like to be a part of things like that. Obviously, like I like to gravitate towards either acting or directing or writing.
Let me get up on the stage, damn it! Right?
But at the same
Why
time,
not?
like I just love to help out with it. I have a film class that I take at school. And that's one of my favorite things to do is just collaborate on everybody else's projects. And, you see what routes they like to take and what genres they like to explore. And it's
totally
just,
cool, man.
Tell them
totally
the ones
cool.
that you did this last year at school. Didn't you do 2 or 3? They were all
I've done 3 in
So
total,
many now.
but they're not the greatest. I don't know if
no,
I should talk.
but tell them what they were.
Okay. The first one I did sophomore year was about these 3 friends, and one of their friends goes missing. I played the missing girl, and then I just had 2 of my friends from performing arts play the other 2 characters, and I had my dad play a local
Nice, Dad.
the
The
sheriff.
sheriff.
And the girls are pestering the police saying, like, our friend is missing, but he's saying it hasn't been 48 hours yet. We can't file an official missing persons
How cool
report.
is that?
So then they take it upon themselves to try and find where their friend might have gone. And then, they start finding some supernatural, what's the word? Not artifacts, but like
Kind of like The Ring or something.
It's kind of alien. So I included a lot of things like crop circles.
Oh,
so there's
no
like a
way.
scene where they're looking for their friend's location. So they like check her phone location. It's found in this field on Google Maps that's just with a crop circle. It's obvious.
totally
It's
dig
all
it.
stupid,
I
corny
totally
stuff,
dig
but
it.
that's what makes it fun. So
Yeah.
it was just, we had a lot of fun with it, making it as goofy and creepy as we could. But
Totally dig it, man. That's too cool.
thank you.
Oh my goodness, she's starting everything that she can get a hold of.
And then the
Plenty
one,
of room for improvement.
then
but-
the one that you guys did, the mental health one, the puzzle.
Oh,
or what,
yeah,
what
that's
was it?
completely different. There's an organization called Directing Change, and it focuses on, mental health and having accessible resources for mainly teenagers. And so every year my film class will submit, like, everybody will group up and make their own PSAs about mental health.
Oh,
and then
nice.
submit them to
Yeah.
this. And
That's cool.
for some reason, ours happened to win first place in the region, so we got to go to the Biltmore Hotel and attend the award ceremony. It was
Downtown
super, super
LA.
fun. Yep.
Did you get a nice
Yeah.
little award?
Yeah, they give us plenty of stuff. We got a lot of cool swag from Directing
Wow.
Change. But
And you
that
got a
was
check,
really awesome.
and they gave you some
Oh
money.
my God.
What?
Yeah, but
She got paid. Nice.
but yeah, that was really nice because I want anything I make to have some sort of message you pull out of it. Of course, like, you want to have fun with it, but at the same time, if you could take anything away from my projects, that's always really important to me. So it was nice to focus on a topic like mental health.
Tell me something. What you need to do, and I'm going to stress this a lot, Dad, you need to create a website that has your own name.
Okay.
.com. Don't put a horror name in it. Just put your first and last name. You want to start being noticed globally for your work.
Okay.
And then puts headshots on there. Pretty soon you're going to be telling these directors, oh, yeah, I got it. Just go to AngeliqueWiesner.com, and you can get my headshots, you can get my videos,
all
my
there.
IMDb, my SAG card, and all the little things that I'm doing on the side. And when you're ready to write me a 6-digit check, you can fill out my form and send it to me.
I'm getting
Right?
all the career advice right now.
I mean,
feel like
seriously,
everything's making sense.
I wish I was your age doing what you do, so somebody would come out of the blue and say, I need a website. And guess what? I've been developing websites for years,
Have you?
so it's free. Doesn't cost you to develop anything. You can come here. I could even be remotely and do this stuff. You can start putting the eyes, ears, legs, and arms on your future, and then we can add to it. We can add audio files. We can put video files. We can do all the above and all your static images. Oh, this is me when I was 2 years old in a diaper. And then you keep going on up and to where you are today, right? Making a
would be an
movie
honor.
in Upland on Mountain Avenue.
The old castle house.
What was the one you did for the school? What was that?
Every 15 minutes?
Every 15 minutes. Yeah, explain that one.
Okay, so this is a really, really
That's a cool title.
heavy project. Yeah, so it's the statistic that every 15 minutes a person dies in a crash from drunk driving.
Oh,
So,
that's probably true, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I think since the program started, I don't know how many years every 15 minutes has been a thing, but it happens all across America. Plenty of high schools do it. But I think over the years it's gone up to I want to say 22 minutes, but don't quote me on that. But part of this whole it's a whole event. So I'm in the film class, so we do a little extra preparation for it because we're supposed to document the whole thing. But essentially, it's a simulation to get it's mainly focused towards the juniors and seniors, but technically all high school students to, be aware of just how dangerous drunk driving can be. So let's see, there's a lot of logistics that go into it. So they will block off an entire street by the school and set up a fake car crash simulation. So
Get outta
they have
here.
the
That's super cool.
and everybody in the community gets involved. So we had the local why am I blanking out? Police department, and
Were you wearing an outfit, Dad,
the
by chance?
hospital and everything. And all the juniors and seniors come and watch this simulation of a car crash, and we have students that volunteer to be a part of it, and we'll have students that will put special effects makeup on them to,
Get outta
really
here.
see the full effects of it. And everybody just watches as this unfolds, and they'll put certain students in body bags, and they'll send other students into an ambulance.
And people
send
are
them
driving by watching this stuff?
Yeah, well, the whole
they
street
block
is
the
blocked off,
street.
but we've had
Oh.
They have actual crashed cars,
We've
broken
had people
glass.
on bicycles and joggers
What?
come by and watch it.
Yeah.
And, throughout the day, they will, every 15 minutes, they'll send like a sound of a gong over the intercom, and somebody will walk into a classroom and pull a student out and say, attention class, like this student has just passed away in a car crash, and they'll take them, and throughout every 15 minutes, they just keep pulling out kids so that the students can really get the full feel
What a
of
trip.
that grief. Yeah, it's very,
It's like
very
Twilight
shocking.
Zone.
Very immersive.
Very immersive.
Yeah.
So they shoot a movie
So we filmed a
around
movie of the
this.
whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And she was in
I
the movie.
happened to
You
star.
directing the movie?
I was in it. So another topic that we really wanted to include in it was fentanyl, because that has become a lot more prominent
That's
over the
terrible.
years.
Yep.
So we made sure to feature that as well. So we shot some party scenes, and essentially the way the story rolls out is I'm at a party and I get laced and then I overdose. And so when I'm found in the bathroom of the party after my overdose, the police are called, and when the police show up, that's when all the kids run from the party and they all get in their cars drunk, and then they drive, and then the crash happens. So that's how the whole plot of the
So
movie
it's a
is set up.
stage. Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
So it's very, very heavy, but it's really, really effective on all the students, and you can really see how everybody will come together and really there's so much more that goes into it. The students who are the ones who pass away get sent to a hotel overnight, and then they have all these guest speakers that will come, and they'll talk about their experiences with drunk driving. And
Wow. How
yeah.
deep is that?
Very deep. It's very
That's cool.
important. And yeah, I think it's a really effective. We actually had to fight to make it happen this year because it originally got called off. And then,
budget.
yeah, the students
Stop.
in my class were like, well, we really want to do this. And so we had people make petitions and we wrote letters to people in our district and we were able to make it happen. And
Nice.
I'm just really proud because everybody just, all the work was there, all the passion was there.
All the work.
Spectacular.
So you filmed this thing for a series of weeks, and we never knew where she was going.
Seriously?
Because this whole thing is top secret.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't know who the kids are.
Who's doing what?
Yeah, and she would say, I got to go. We're working on a project. I'll be home about 11 o'clock tonight.
Thanks,
And
Mom.
I'm like, well, what project is it? She goes,
it's a surprise, right?
You don't need to know. You don't know them, blah, blah, blah. Just typical teenage reaction. It's like, okay, whatever. Just be home at 11.
Right.
So this goes on for weeks. But then the crash scene and some of the other things that get revealed are of that day.
Of that day.
Getting in the ambulance,
Oh.
driving away.
So they take takes,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So the way,
Then they have to edit it.
Yeah.
Tell them about the editing.
schools all across America will do this, and for them it's mainly just the simulation, and then because part of the rules of doing an every 15 minutes production is you have to document
Okay.
it, you have to have footage of it. So I mean, on YouTube you can see one from almost any school, but in my class we really wanted to add more of a story to it, so we had some of the seniors in my class get together and they wrote an entire screenplay for it. And so for the weeks in advance we were filming other scenes like party scenes and a graduation scene and things like that to kind of show like the grief process. But the actual day of the simulation car crash is a big community-wide event because we go to the hospital and we film at the hospital.
At the hospital.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
We film at the local jail. We send the drunk driver
What?
to jail and he stays there overnight. It's a huge event.
How come they didn't call me, Brian?
So we film this whole thing and then we stay at school overnight editing, putting this movie together so
I
that
love
it's
it.
ready to be shown at a ceremony the next morning.
I love it.
So we were awake in that classroom for, I think it was 33 hours total, staring at these computer screens.
33 hour editing is crazy,
Editing.
isn't it?
Yeah, editing is super tedious and it's, 33 hours
It
doing
ended
it
up
is
great.
amazing. It ended up, it
What
was-
program did you guys use? Do you remember?
So we use Avid Media Composer.
Oh, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Avid. I use Camtasia. I think
Okay.
I talked to you about
Yeah,
that
you have,
a little
you
while
have.
back, right?
Yeah.
Camtasia is pretty cool. We like Camtasia. But
Yeah.
can you imagine doing all that stuff for your school and then putting it all together, the edits and everything? I think I've got this there.
No imagination needed. She's actually doing it.
Solaria. Beauty, efficiency, and power.
You hit a button.
I even hit a button. Well, this is her first trial of podcasting.
It is.
But anyways, yeah, that's great, man. So Advid, you use that. So you have a license and you're doing it all from home. And do you do it from home?
Yeah,
or
well,
at school?
actually, we do it at school. I think this upcoming school year, our teacher's gonna have us take like an Avid certification.
I'd like
course.
to. Yeah, that's cool.
So that'll be really cool.
What's your teacher's name again?
Sarah Hills.
She's great.
She was great. Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah Hills, for
Sarah
getting
Hills.
these people
All
for
the
doing these
resources.
things, right? The resource lady. Avid. Wow. I've heard of it. I've never used it. Is it pretty simple? Is it a Mac
Honestly,
thing? Don't tell me it's a Mac
very
thing.
far from simple.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why
think
I
it
use.
is, I'm not. I don't know for sure, but I think it's used on Macs. Yeah, I mean we use Macs
Of
in our
course,
classroom.
I'm a PC guy. Hello.
Oh, I'm sure you can use it on there. I don't know
boy.
if it's exclusive. I'd have to look more into it. But yeah,
All right, check into that for me, will you?
I will.
That's spectacular, man. So you're doing all these little PSAs. You're pumping the world with good stuff and advice and, don't do this because it'll hurt you, and the drug thing and the crash drivers and everything else. And as you're doing this, it just adds character to your future. You know this. Everything that you do takes away the fear. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Just like this podcast, right? You've never done one before, right? It's kind of fun, right? All we're doing is having a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
You can get millions of dollars for doing something like this. Well, you told Joe Rogan to hire me?
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Working on it. But anyways, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Everything that you do, every sliver of time that you put into you is going to be your future. And they're going to see this. So why did we want to have a website?
So it's all there in one place?
It's documented. They can see from start to finish. Even if you have something that was done on Super 8, we can recreate that and stick it there. IMDb does it.
Yeah.
Every time you do a movie or a skit or whatever, boom. Of course, you have to get permission to Paramount Studios and all the other big guys, right? But you can say, this is my IMDb on your website. So they can link to it and say, whoa, shit, this is her card. This is what she's got going on. For bookings, please call, right? Does it go to mom?
Yes.
Is mom the gatekeeper?
Mom's the gatekeeper.
Good job. Yeah.
Mom's the chauffeur.
I'll be the guy in the background with the, I say it all the time, sorry, the shotgun and the 200 millimeter
Mom
He's my
hires and
creator.
fires
saran
the
wrap.
agents.
I'm the horror guy. I'm the Dexter.
art
Don't mess with me, right?
Mom
I'm
finds
going to come and get your ass.
mom will find a script and then she'll say, "Oh, we should do this one, but don't tell your manager."
We can't say this on the
Her manager is
podcast.
very protective and
Reasonably so.
No, of course.
understandably,
Absolutely. Yeah.
we don't want to do anything too risque or off the chart. But
Hello.
but the
Nobody
horror
does,
stuff
right?
isn't necessarily in her manager's genre space.
Too bad for him.
Well,
Because if you don't do this, manager, I'm going to steal her
Well, we
and
do
you're
it.
done. Hello.
She does them, and then after they're in the can, and they get released, the little projects, then she'll go to her manager and they'll go, "Oh, you actually did a really
have
good
experience
job.
in that?
You did a good job.
Can we hire you to do this?
You did a good job. We probably would have told you not to do it, but you did well."
Rightfully so, right? We'll use you for this one over here. The Children of the Corn, number 12. Whatever.
So rattle off some of your favorite movies. Bam,
Yeah,
bam,
yeah,
Hurry
yeah.
up, hurry up, hurry up,
Gosh, okay.
hurry up.
I really like the Suspiria movies, the dark witchy German dance school.
Okay, that's one.
Those
Next.
I really like Hereditary. I love any
shoot.
Jordan Peele movies. Those are incredible. I love
Are you listening, Mr. Peel? Hello. She's
Next.
ready to do one.
Open Your
Next.
Ears. Obviously, I love the classics. I love Halloween. I think those are Halloween and Scream. I mean, who doesn't love Halloween?
Is
and
your
Scream?
green blood going through your veins?
Probably.
Probably.
You're stressing me out. I like. As Above, So Below is a really good one. Obviously, I love my franchises. Conjuring. Those are all
The
great.
Walking Dead.
I haven't seen a ton of The Walking Dead.
Who
But-
are you? Come on.
I don't know. No,
yeah.
we've gotten into. We have been watching. I mean, when it came out, The Last of Us. We do like our zombie shows. We were watching The Last of Us, and I know there's a new season of that coming
The
out.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Cool
else?
stuff,
Yeah.
man. How would you like to be involved in setting up and articulating a haunted attraction?
I would be. I always said that if any of my go-to career choices didn't work out for me, I would just become a scare actor at Halloween Horror Nights or Not Scary Farm and scare people.
You got to get on a list.
Yeah,
Number one.
it's a big
And
audition process.
you got to be scary.
Yeah.
Number two, you got to get the zombie move going or whatever they do.
Yeah, I've seen the clips
Right?
of the auditions. It's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy, right? And these people are freaking out.
Yeah.
Remember, just like that guy in San Diego, he tried to do this at his house. He found out, I'm gonna have to go to jail now.
That didn't end up too good. for
Talking
him.
about psychotic, right? This guy
yeah.
was Mr. Psychotic.
Yeah.
But take that horror section and up it a little bit.
We had to tone down the front yard decorations at Halloween.
What?
Yeah, because she would.
Just overboard.
Well, one of them.
You get your neighbors saying, "Oh, that's the Halloween house. Don't go there."
They're fairly
We used to do that too.
subtle.
It's great.
But she gets a skeleton. So we had a skeleton
Nice.
that was always hanging in the garage.
Yeah.
So she gets the skeleton, but he was kind of broken.
Oh.
So one of his leg bones wasn't totally connected. So she gets a lawn chair, puts the skeleton in the lawn chair,
Like it?
missing his leg,
Ooh.
puts a cowboy hat on him or something. I think you put a cowboy hat on him.
Yeah, it was a few years
And
ago.
then she gets a little hibachi barbecue.
Get out of here.
She puts a red light in there and some crinkled paper and then his own leg. So he's
Cannibalism at its best. He's barbecuing his own leg to survive. Oh boy, I love it, man.
And people are walking through the neighborhood going, who lives here? Then there was the year that you hung the babies.
Okay, I don't know. This was my mom and I's collaboration.
How did you hang babies?
I don't know where this came. It sounds so okay. So we were
by
just
the leg, not the neck.
We were at Goodwill.
Oh,
we were at Goodwill just looking for stuff for a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
And they had decorated the Goodwill with all these really, really old dolls, like really old antique dolls.
I dig it.
And they were wrapped in like I don't know, just
mummy wrap and
and like covered in blood. Like that's how they directed the Goodwill.
Get out of here.
And they were like hanging from the ceiling in the Goodwill. So we were talking to the
Not
workers.
so much Goodwill that month,
we were
right?
like, that's pretty sick. And they were like, if you guys want those, you can have them. Like, you can buy them off of us.
For like $1.
Okay.
Get out of here.
We did the same exact thing. We hung all the creepy dolls from our tree.
I love it.
And
Oh my goodness.
by the arm, by the leg, upside down. So there's a.
I think you have
It's a
pictures.
regular neighborhood.
Yeah, this reminds me of a Hellraiser.
So I'm in the garage. I'm in the garage working on my bike or something, and I see this mom walking down the street with a stroller. She's got a kid in the stroller.
No.
She's got another kid on a tricycle.
Oh boy.
And there's a
Here we
sidewalk
go.
in front of our house. So they come strolling along. I just look out and I see the little kid on the tricycle, like look up, and he looks up and he points up in the tree and he's like, what's going on? Because there's all these babies hanging down, cobwebs, and the mom like grabs him, pushes the tricycle, says, don't look, goes by me, and I'm in the garage kind of like, it wasn't me, it was my daughter.
I don't own this house.
It's not me. Kid you not. 15 minutes later,
The police show up.
they're coming
SWAT.
down. I'm still in the garage. They're coming down the sidewalk. They get to the house next door. She beelines it across the street.
Across the street.
Goes to the sidewalk across the street.
And avoids your house.
our
Get
house,
out of here.
Goes one door down.
Coward.
Comes back across the street.
No,
and
like a square.
She did a detour around the baby tree.
That is hilarious.
And I
man.
went, Angelique,
That was a success.
You get a gold medal.
You get a gold medal. You made somebody get scared.
That's the goal.
I love it, right? Did you have any eerie music by chance?
I wish. I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
tried to
It was
set
just
up a
it was
fog
there
machine.
24/7.
Yeah,
But
okay.
at night we lit it up.
Okay, nice. Okay.
But we don't-
little segments of lights, maybe behind something that you can't see the front of, or vice versa, or the side or below. Give it that wall washing effect, right?
Yeah.
And then an eerie ambient deep tone.
Little giggles.
Little giggles.
Like the prank I did.
I have one called Twisted Circus that you would love to hear the clown music.
Oh, that is
I
so
literally used to dress up as a big, scary clown that
No.
would cut you in half. I had this huge, this chainsaw. And it made all the noises.
Well, I got
And
my
I'd
clown
just be
shirt.
sitting there.
Yeah,
I had
so
you have a
that's-
clown shirt?
Oh,
My-
it's a
Oh,
good
nice.
best
Does it have
friend.
the big balls on it?
No, it's got
It's
drippy fangs and drippy.
Oh,
It's just a
shit.
big clown face. So my best friend.
People hate the women. Hate
What
it.
is up with people hating
There are-
clowns? Aren't they supposed to be like circus nice?
Well, this
and-
guy's scary. Oh, and
Yeah.
It is your other favorite.
Oh, I
movie.
love it.
Ah.
Yeah. So my best friend is terrified of clowns. Like she's always
love
down to
it.
watch a scary movie with me, but she
Forget
cannot
clowns.
do clowns. I will
Yeah.
say the word clown and she'll be like, "Stop! Just don't bring that up."
What? I don't
So,
get it.
We had
Yeah.
gone to Not Scary Farm together, and they have different areas of the park
Yeah,
designated
yeah.
different things. They're like
Different
this
themes,
is,
right.
This is the
The short people's theme with bloody midgets.
This is the haunted house section, and this is
yeah.
I don't know, but they had a clown section, and
Oh,
she
nice.
refused
Freaked
to go
her out.
anywhere near that. But there was one moment where it was kind of our only walkway. We had to go through there. The moment she saw a clown behind her, she booked it. So there was one time where she was
See you later.
for a sleepover. If you're looking for that clown shirt, it's because I have it.
You better not
I-
lose that.
I put it on while we were hanging out, but we were just watching a movie, so she didn't notice it. And so I was just waiting and waiting for her to see that I have this huge clown face on my shirt.
love it.
When she finally noticed
Freaks
it,
out, huh?
she was so mad at me. But
That's what you get for showing up last. You
Right?
get pranked.
Yeah, you get pranked, right? I used to have this little thing. You would wind it up. It would go an eerie ding, 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 ding,
Jack in
ding,
the Box.
ding,
That was
ding,
my
ding,
first toy.
ding, 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 and it would come out and go, ha! It's crazy, right?
That was my favorite toy as a kid. Was my Jack in the Box.
I even
Do you
had
remember
clown
that?
shoes.
We still have it. No way.
I had clown shoes, clown everything, and it was a really cool. It was kind of a scary one. I had a scary one and a really nice one. Hey, come over here, little girl. And I got my
No.
chainsaw hanging out.
Remember, was it Bozo Kelly? Was that clown? That was
Bozo
on
Kelly, you know?
Bozo Kelly was on TV.
Yeah, he.
It was a kid show in the morning or afternoon.
He had
And
that flipped hair,
character
that red
was a
flipped
clown.
hair. Bozo the clown.
Bozo the
Remember,
clown.
he'd bring out that little toy box
And
of stuff
and
goodies.
it was Bozo's Circus. Remember, he would
Oh, that's right.
Bozo's Circus.
That's right. Exactly.
So when everybody says Bozo the clown, a
Nobody
lot of people
hardly
don't
knows it.
know
I know.
They just know that Bozo is.
He
a
was
clown.
like European.
Yeah, he was.
Here's the funny thing. I hate to throw a little twist at this. I got a call from my friend. He actually works at the LA County Coroner's Office. I'm not kidding you. He said, "You got to see this. Bozo just offed himself." I didn't mean to.
Is that what happened to Bozo?
Honestly, and I went in there, saw the toe tag, and my friend looked at him and he goes, "You are a clown." Sorry, that's the sick side of me coming out. I had to ruin that.
Yeah, he didn't watch Angelique's movie.
Yeah, right? He didn't. He
Mental
would have been a
health
great
resource.
character for that, right? The clown pulling it in.
Yeah, because all he
Come
watched
here.
was Balloon. That's all we gave him.
The balloon. The red balloon was cool, though. That
was
if
fun to
something
work
as
on.
innocent as a damn red balloon
Yeah.
goes a long way, doesn't it? Especially with the right music and stuff.
Sound design on that one was awesome.
Listen, you are on your way to super success.
Oh my god!
I just want you to remember us little people. Once you get to the top, we're going to be your dad and I. I think that's my dad and Chris.
We did her first podcast.
She's like, sure,
talked about-
right.
You know what's going to happen? We're
Says
going
the
to be on this
syndication
side.
now,
We're going to
right.
be on this side of the counter. She's going to be down in there.
Hey, you know what the cool thing is? We can be her bodyguards, I guess, right?
Oh, for sure.
I'll carry the big chainsaw.
I want you dressed
Scare
as the
every
clown.
people. I'll be the
you know,
clown.
we're gonna get dressed up,
And you're the sheriff.
She's gonna walk in the room, and everybody's gonna go, "Who are those clowns?" She goes, "Those are my bodyguards."
Why not,
Who are
right?
those
Why
clowns?
not? Only in America, and it's one and done. You following me? This is
Angelique
great
and her
stuff, man.
traveling clowns.
I get it, man. I totally get it. You are a bright light in this industry.
Thank you. Seriously.
You are seriously demented. That's
Yeah.
that's a big check there. Cha-ching, you know. And we need to start. I'm sorry, Brian. We got to see. I don't think her name's taken.com. I'll get it before we leave today.
Okay.
And then we're going to start one of those little websites. You have all their headshots and junk.
Oh, I got a million of them.
Listen, I'll teach you how to do the Squarespace stuff, and you'll be, oh, damn, it's 3 a.m. Damn that, Chris. You'll be sticking, I got to stick the last image up there, okay? So stupid. But I'm obsessed with creativity.
I love it.
And then we'll market that through Go High Level. We'll let every producer who thinks they're a producer or have been a producer see your stuff and then watch the magic occur. It's not your generalization in this area that you want to impress. You want to impress the world. The world's, I don't know, it's huge, right? So there's all kinds of places and very cool things and genres and magic that's all around you. You just got to tap it and tell the rest of the world where you are. Hey, everybody, I like doing this. Are you listening? Right?
Yeah.
You put it out there and you don't look behind you. You run for the sun. Hey, I made a rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Am I right, Dad?
Angelique's Clown House.
Oh, my God.
House of Clowns. Angelique's House of Clowns.
Like Jessica would actually stop being my friend.
She would your Instagram goes
Hates
away. She
clowns.
deletes you there. She deletes
I
you over
said
here.
the other day, you know how we're talking about escape rooms? So
Oh, yeah.
a video popped up on my feed of a hyper realistic escape room in Vegas that's circus themed, and it's inspired by the It movies. So I sent it to her like the good friend I am, and she was genuinely upset with me.
She didn't respond to you for a month.
She said, seriously, stop. Why would you do that? Yeah, I felt bad, but I was like, it looks fun. You're telling me you wouldn't want to do that.
Look, they got ice cream.
I'm corrupting everybody. I need to calm.
No, that's the opposite. You need to stay on your fire, and you need to let people know who you are, and don't look back. Like I said, listen, this might be your beginning, but trust me, your end game is going to be freaking phenomenal.
Thank you.
I'm not kidding you.
Thank you so much.
Universal Studios ain't got shit on you. Trust me. I'm just serious. There is a lot of things that you're going to do in this planet. And your dad and I, your clown guardians, we're going to see you do little things piece by piece. And you got your mom, the manager, you know, and your other managers and everything else. So why not you?
Thank you so much. I mean, seriously.
I mean,
I really,
does that make sense?
That's so generous.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Why not you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say to that.
I mean, it's available. You just got to go get it now. And we're going to show you the path. And then your talent is going to take over. And then I'm going to tell everybody, see, I told you so. Right?
As long as we get an e-ticket.
Oh, I got to have front row freaking seats. I got to be, screenshot
I say that
like this.
she doesn't know what an e-ticket is.
Oh, yeah.
But we know what an e-ticket is.
e-ticket. It's actually right up there. No.
E-ticket is the best ride.
The best of the best.
The best
Really?
ride.
Yeah.
Yep.
The best of the best.
You couldn't do the Matterhorn at Disneyland if you didn't have an e-ticket.
Did you see the cookie when you went by at the top? That's supposed to be like an asteroid? It looked to me when you're in the Matterhorn, it looks like a chocolate chip cookie. I'm getting hungry now.
Do you remember seeing the monster, not the Sasquatch, the Himalayan?
Yes.
What do you call that guy?
He Sasquatch.
There was a Yeti. There was a Yeti.
Did you see him too?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You
hidden.
never saw him, right?
I saw him once. My
Maybe
dad
he
told me to look out
retired.
for him.
He went back to the mountains.
Well, they had another name than like Monster from the North Pole, or what do they call
Something crazy.
it? What was that? It was like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking of the one from Rudolph where it's like
same name. I mean, same guy.
Abominable Snowman.
Snowman.
Of course.
That was gonna drive me
You're
crazy.
from Rudolph. I love that.
This happens with age. You can't remember Abominable
Right?
Snowman.
How many times have we watched all the Rankin Brass movies? I got them all. I have to get their signatures next. Hey, that's cool. Do I have any of those? Probably not. I'll get it next week. But anyways. Well, Angelique, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You are
seriously.
a blast. You are energetic. You're full of energy. You got fire coming out of your ears. And you have a horror theme in your heart. And that's freaking badass. I don't
She's
care what
much
anybody says.
scarier than she looks.
Way to go. What an endorsement, Dad.
Much
Does
scarier.
she hide around the corners during Halloween and just get you a little bit?
Don't get me started.
I'm messing with people's trust all the time.
She
It's my
messed
red
with me on the
flag.
couch a couple of weeks ago, and I still owe her.
Oh, you know what? September's almost here.
I'm so excited. It's fall.
I mean, right? We're here. And I want to know about that shop in Upland.
Oh, yeah.
And any of those, shops that
There's
are
so many.
unique.
Well, you know what we'll do?
What
Because
street is this on?
Main Street.
Main-
I don't know.
They do a Halloween.
Oh, it's called the Scary Affair.
The
I
Scary
just heard of the Lemon Fest.
Yeah.
No, this is a Halloween one. It's
This is completely
Yeah.
Halloween.
whole street festival.
It's not for one day, is it?
It's
I
a
don't think so.
weekend.
Yeah,
Okay.
We went one day.
I'm gonna bring my
remember
tent.
last year, and it was like they had this whole thing going on, but then they have like another thing that happens at night. I don't know. It's all these vendors that come. There's food, and then there's little
outta
small
here.
businesses and stuff. But what was really cool? So I work at a performing arts school that's in downtown Upland. I grew up taking dance classes and acting classes
Of
with them and
course.
stuff. So for this most recent Scary
Shout out
Affair,
for Ovation.
Ovation
Yeah,
School for the
there you
Performing
go.
Arts, you guys rock.
Nice.
So most recent Halloween Scary Affair, we partnered up with, Upland, and we did a flash mob to the song Thriller. So
Get out of how
at
cool
the beginning of
is
the night,
that?
before the sun had set, we told everybody who was coming through and coming by our booth, like, hey, we're going to be setting up a flash mob. Come
bitchin'.
over at 5:30. We'll teach you guys the dance. And then once the song starts playing, we'll start doing it.
Everybody
and then,
just gathers.
Yeah, there was a news
That's
channel
cool
there,
as hell.
and they were filming us, and it
Get
was so
out!
fun.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Never ends.
awesome.
You know, and she just see how
Never
creative.
ends.
See how creative she is.
That was all the staff innovation.
That's great, man.
I just partook
How
in it.
crazy and cool is that?
Yeah.
Again,
check out downtown Upland. I'm
downtown Upland.
not paid
you
to
know?
say that, bro.
No, that's cool. I got Michael Jackson in the corner right over there. See his little
I do.
see his-
Yeah.
and that's his producer. Isn't that great? I don't even know his name. I know Michael Jackson though. George somebody, I think. Anyways, you're a blast, man.
Thank you so much. You're a blast.
Yeah, I want to
Honored
see.
be
I want to
here.
see you do some spectacular things.
Thank you. I'll do it for you. I
No,
promise.
no,
I'll get to it.
We're gonna receive this stuff and probably get the shit scared out of us in the future. I'm sure she's gonna
When
come
you
up and do
least
something
expect it,
right?
that's the whole point.
I'll be like, Brian, I put my Depends on.
You know, the
Hey,
moral
that
of the
could be a
story.
great
The moral of the story,
character.
Chris.
Old guy in diapers.
Don't be last to the party.
I'm serious.
If you're
yeah,
last,
no, you're in
you're-
trouble.
you're
the
the-
prank is coming.
You're the target.
Thanks.
I love it, man. I wish you all the best luck on the
Thank you
planet.
so
Are you feeling
much.
my energy right now?
I'm feeling it. I'm
Got to get
taking it
some
all in.
energy. Got to give you some energy, right? And don't be a stranger. Tell me of updates that you got going on.
got it.
Honestly, let's create that damn website.
You got it.
Let's debut you, and I'll throw it out in my social media stuff. I'll throw it on my friends. I'll tell my crazy friends, hey, by the way, on the bottom of some of my really popular websites, I'll put a little banner. It says, check out Angelique. Just that's all it's got to do. And then click and there go.
Angelique.
Angelique. She's making trademark names now. Of course,
was
you
my
cannot
brother's
use that
nickname.
information during the show.
Andrew Freak's Clown House.
Brian,
We got a million of them.
Brian, this is crazy, man.
Well, that's what you get for door knocking.
And that's another story, right?
whole nother story.
We'll talk about that in the future. Thank you, young lady.
Thank you.
Happy pre-Halloween.
Woo!
It's coming. Fall is here, right?
All right.
I'll see you on the next show. And then, you know what?
For the crew.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I mean,
you're,
seriously,
you're very,
you've been
very
so
welcome.
generous.
Oh,
I really
come on.
appreciate all your advice. I mean, it's
You know, I just want to see you go big, and we can have some really cool tickets, and we get to
I
check out
really
some really cool
appreciate
monster
that.
effects. You gonna bring us on the set?
Oh, I better.
I'm gonna be the blood guy. I'll pour blood wherever
for
you
sure.
want. Thank you, everybody. This
you.
is the Energy Hour podcast. Thank you for listening.
Wrap it up.
Thank you for listening to The Energy Hour. Visit them on the internet by going to qhiinc.com/TEO. That's qhiinc.com/TEO.